So wameamua kufuta Linus Kaikai kazi juu alikuwa anakava story ya maandamano ya jana. So jana kulikuwa na maandamano Kenya and it was very heated. Na the Communications Authority of Kenya na hiyo ingine inaitwa sijui KEG walikuwa wamesema that no media is supposed to cover what is going on in the country because ati wanaonyesha vile vijana wanaharibu nini nchi, na pia I don't know, to some extent it's against the constitution, na pia that is like abusing press freedom. So kukuwa fired, it comes almost a year after he cornered the president in an interview that Kenyans were very impressed by. So SK Macharia, huyu chairman wa Royal Media Services, ndo aliamua kumfuta kazi. Now, this brings about so many questions because during that interview, yenye Linus Kaikai was asking some very hard questions that Kenyans really needed to hear or have them answered. We praised him for him asking and the president trying at least 1% to answer the questions. So this actually makes us right, because all along other people na pia mimi tulikuwa tunafikiria that interview was staged and they were asking, and maybe they had like written questions, and that is why the questions were being asked, and the president probably pia alikuwa aware that angeulizwa hizo maswali, hata labda yeye mwenyewe ndo alituma niulizeni hizi maswali hivi. Because why wasn't Linus fired at that point? Why wasn't he? Which totally, to some extent, proves that maybe hizo maswali zilikuwa scripted just to calm down the situation in the country. Now, fast forward to jana. Inasemekana kwamba Linus ali air or alikuwa najaribu to showcase the situation ya maandamano in the country. Keep in mind, I think jana the president hakuwa in the country. I don't think he wasn't there. And so, can you smell the beans, the coffee beans? Can you smell the coffee? So jana, let me tell you, maandamano za Kenya zinakuanga very peaceful. I can attest to that. The problem is, na unajua, like if at all, why, mbona waseme ati maandamano zingekuwa mbaya? Ati mbona waseme ati maandamano hazingekuwa peaceful? Mbona, why were they like anticipating ati kutakuwa na looting, kutakuwa na wasi wanaharibu biashara za watu? Why were they anticipating that na maandamano za Kenya zinakuanga peaceful if they themselves are not the ones that plant goons kwa hizi maandamano? Like, how did they know? For the longest time, ata jana, ata lini, ata was it last week, maandamano zote huwa zinaanza very peacefully. Watu wako na one agenda, it's been talked over on the internet, kuna wasi wameagree, tunaenda kwa street, nini, we fight for our right. But sasa, somewhere in between, unapata tu rende ya watu. You don't even know these people. Na watu wanakujanga wakiwa armed. Do you know some hata wanakujanga wakiwa na vijiti, like viboko, rungu. Wengine wako na tuvisu. Wengine hata they don't look like they come from that environment. Hata me to some extent, nashuku hata labda kwa hizo groups za hizo au goons, kuna wenye ni ma ex-convict. Wanaambiwa wewe enda tu, cause it's either urudi huku ama uende ukiendanga ama uliwe. Cause alafu there's just a lot that people are not willing to speak about, because the moment you speak, the moment that you say the truth, the moment you say what you saw, Like jana, mimi mahali penye nilikuwa, nikiangalia hata hiyo maandamano, it started off very peacefully. And hata polisi walikuwa hawana maneno. Watu walikuwa tu vizuri, they are like wana perform tu maandamano yao here and there, kutembea tu, banners, nini nini, encouraging each other, vitu kama hizo. Suddenly, a group of unknown people wanakuja into the scene. And then they start chaos. Hata unashanga mtu amebeba bag na iko na mawe. As a normal person, unaweza toka kwa nyumba yako na mawe, ati unaenda maandamano. And then that's where the commotion starts. Because wanajaribu kupigana na polisi. But you see, these are not the people wa hiyo area wenye wanaandamana. Hawa ni wale wasi wameletwa. Na probably hata wamelipwa because these guys are fearless. Also, the rest wenye wameenda maandamano, they are fearless. Tumekuja hapa peacefully. Hata at first, ukiangalia hata zile tear gas ambazo zinarushwa. Sio kali. Zinaonja hata chewing gum. Like si kali. Like ni tamu tu. But you see later, when things, especially wakati unaendelea kukwama usiku kagiza, now things start getting worse. So the police are no longer shooting upwards. They're no longer shooting at probably 70 degrees upwards. Now they're shooting horizontally. And that is dangerous. Because, okay, I wanted to make a joke, but it's not even funny. Anyway, I wanted to say, Bradley anatembea tu anyhowly. Sio nini tampata, kuzumsi hata kiinama, natushana, hata he's taller than me. So, or maybe Goliath or Bungoma. So, at the end of the day, I don't know what these guys are trying to do. And you see, there's also like a possibility. Okay, we've been saying that media, like era media imeisha. Like right now, everything equal online. Sahi, like television, what you used to see on television, I can't even remember like the last time I picked interest in watching easy channels za Kenya. Everything else, the good thing is, do you remember that video where we were saying that we should document everything that is happening in the country? That is because it's for our own sake. If the media cannot document for you, if they receive an order not to document, showcase what is happening in the world, then power is back to us. Na sisi ndo tunasema what is going to happen. So, that said, I think SK Macharia firing Linus Kaikai, the termination was like way long overdue. Nile too, they were just like waiting for a perfect opportunity to do so. Because we know Linus has been an amazing journalist, a reporter for the longest time. Ever since I was like a young kid, I used to watch that guy. And so maybe they don't need people who have a voice for themselves. And so, because you see, the media pia ilikuwa kwa streets. But so you see, maybe what they want is to get that footage and then they twist what was happening, and so they can control the narrative to make it seem as if everything was going on well, but the citizens came to demonstrate na kuharibu property. Because if you noticed, ebu angalia mse kama Larry Madowo alikuja kwa crime scene, because Nairobi was a crime scene jana mapema, au wengine walikuwa nakuja saa ngapi, saa yenye mambo inachacha, si wakati wenye watu wako peaceful. This is why they want to control the narrative, and that is why it's very important for you to document. So do your very best. Again, Linus Kaikai is an amazing journalist. If anything, probably BBC and CNN have been waiting for him. So shout out to you, you're a legend, and you are going to better places.